Hello and welcome to today's demonstration, which is going to be all about this little tool here, which we call the Hot Foil Wizard. This is in fact a hot foil pen. It works off a standard 13 amp supply. It may look a little bit like a soldering iron, but in fact soldering irons tend to work at a much higher temperature, whereas the Hot Foil Wizard works at about 150 degrees centigrade. And it is ideal for personalising just small one-off items, your gifts, your cards, your leather goods, and a whole host of items. We actually have two temperature settings here, and we're going to work on temperature setting 1. Just in front of me here we have another 8 nibs. At the moment in here I have got a medium round bulbous nib. There is a slightly thicker one and there are 2 thinner nibs. And then here you can see we have a star shape or a heart shape or a circular shape, and these are ideal for adding small embellishments to items that you have printed already. This is quite a simple tool to use, and I have to say from the first off I'm not really a crafter, but once you've practiced for a little bit you'll find the world is your oyster. And today we're going to go through a few small projects just to give you an idea of how it works. And once you see what it can do and how much the consumables cost, you'll notice that you can have 300, 400, 500% markup on some items if you wish. Or you can just use it for your own enjoyment to create your own crafting projects. Today we're going to be using a different variety of various standard hot foils, and these come in a wide range of colours. But if you have some thermal foils that you have some left over, you can actually use the thermal foil as well for your projects. What I have here is a little A3 cutting mat, and I'm going to take a greetings card. It works with a variety of different cards. Some it will work better with than others, particularly if you have a slightly more glossy or coated card, you'll find you'll get a better result. Here I have pre-printed, and you can use either your laser printer or an inkjet printer, and what I've done is printed a whole range of different titles in different type styles onto a piece of tracing paper, and we can provide you with blank tracing paper if you wish. So what I'm going to do is just cut up one of these, because it's much easier to trace over something than it is to write freehand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on there. Now I'm going to use some Scotch magic tape. It's not quite as tacky as standard sellotape, and when you come to take it off, it often doesn't leave a residue, or it doesn't actually take off the front of the coating of the card. Now what we're going to do is get a hold of a piece of foil, and I have my foil here on a roll. Foil is not expensive, and the piece that we're using is probably less than a penny's worth of foil, so it isn't going to cost you a fortune. So I'm just going to place my foil underneath this and pick up my hot foil pen and just trace over the image that I have on here. Now if you just go slowly and surely, if you go too quickly it won't come out too well, but just apply a good medium pressure. If you of course would like a finer line, then change the nib over for the finer nib. If you want a bolder line, change over for the deeper, more bulbous and broader nib. And we're just finishing and doing the Y. Pick that up and then just take this off. There you can see how beautifully crafted that is and how that works. So for my next one I'm going to take a key fob, and let's just put some initials on this one. Now I find, as we did before, using the magic tape, I'm actually going to just put it across and stick it to the board so nothing tends to move. And this one, let's use something a bit more funky, and let's use a little bit of this multicoloured foil. The multicoloured foil is slightly more expensive than the standard gold or silver. Let's just place that underneath there. And again, This time, still using my medium tool, I'm going to trace around the letters D and H, and a dot in there as well. And there we go. As you can see, D and H. So if you're at a craft fair and you have a table, why not offer people their initials onto a leather key fob? You can probably charge somewhere between £1 and £1.50 for the personalisation, and the key fobs will only cost you somewhere in the region of about 30 odd pence. So you can see there's a huge profit margin to be made. So what I'd like to show you next is we have a couple of PU coasters which we can supply you with, and we've already put some in wording on there, Mum's mug and Dad's mug. I just want to show you what to do when we change over the nibs. We can unscrew the tip of this. Now, just a word of warning, it is very hot indeed, so either turn it off, but what I'm hoping to do is just very, very carefully unscrew, and I think we'll put the heart shape on and just wait for that to heat up for literally just a few seconds, and that will get hot. And what we're going to do is use a little bit of gold foil and just stamp it in. So I'm going to place it vertically, put in a heart shape, press it down, but there we go, a nice little personalised coaster for your mum. I've just done another couple of examples here just to show you the versatility of the Hot Foil Wizard, and this one here we've printed a name onto a piece of ribbon. This one here has been done on a piece of wood, and we've done there, and this one says walk this way. Doesn't quite come out as bright as it does onto the leather products, but you can see here just an example of printing onto wood. So there we've shown you a wide variety of things you can do with your hot foil pen. Just let your imagination run wild. If you are interested in purchasing one of these, we'd be delighted to look after you. We sell this item along with our ribbon writer, and you can contact us on www.ribbonwriter.co.uk, or you can give us a telephone call on 01905 780 182. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your crafting.